Sis, let's start enjoying our lives now. Let's start cultivating the happiness, the peace, the joy that we're wanting now. This is where the true freedom lies, is when you can start to activate these things regardless of what your situation is. So this is something that God was ministering to me. I've been under a rock for many years, and I told myself last year that I wanted to explore more of my city. I'm in Oklahoma. And so I've been doing that. I've just been exploring different towns. Well, there's one town that I've absolutely fell in love with. It's beautiful, it's spacious. Like, these homes are like $1 million homes, right? But it is wonderful. Y'all, one time I was driving through the town and it smelled like honey or like lavender, like the air was luxury. So I fell in love with this town. I fell in love with the homes and everything. And every now and again, I just kind of drive through it, just to inhale some of the wealth, the luxury there. But it is absolutely beautiful. One time as I was driving through these homes, what hit me was there's people in these homes that are sad. There's people in these homes that are going through a breakup, that's going through a divorce. There's people living in these homes that's depressed. There's people in these homes that can't even afford the homes. Like, they have bills and stuff that they can't even afford, that they can't pay. And so when it's hit my spirit, I knew that God was trying to ensure that I know that the homes, like the material things, is not going to give me peace, joy, laughter and love. And this is something that I've already learned with me coming out of the type of relationship that I was constantly activating peace and joy and happiness, although that's not what my environment was. But because that's kind of what I needed in order to survive that environment, and also for my children, we needed a peaceful home. I was able to cultivate these things regardless of my situation, regardless of my circumstances. And a little while ago, God was telling me, that I'm different. And I've been asking him, how am I different? What sets me apart? Because to me, I'm normal. And he's been showing me that my ability to activate happiness, to activate joy, to activate peace, regardless of my situation, is something that is going to allow me to experience so much freedom, regardless of the things that I have. So it was like a quick reminder as I'm driving through this amazing town and I'm breathing in the lavender air. God is like, there's people here that's sad and they don't know how to be happy. They have the house, they have the car, but they're still dealing with depression. They have these luxury items, but they still have these bills. You have to learn how to be happy with self and content with whatever is going on in life. And this is something that you can choose. Like, if you feel yourself being stressed or overwhelmed, you have to make a conscious decision to activate the happiness, to activate the peace within, regardless of what's happening within your situation. You have that ability. Like, if you master the fruits of the Spirit, you will be unstoppable. You will be able to experience life completely different, because the enemy is always going to be there trying to ensure that, you're experiencing hardship or whatever. But if you're able to tap in to God's love and peace and happiness, regardless of what you're going through, this is true freedom. And this is something that God wants his daughters to experience. So sis, regardless of what you're going through, I know life be lifing, right? Things be going on. But start to make a conscious decision to say, I don't want to be sad, so I'm choosing to be happy. And right there in that moment, start activating happiness. Start ushering in the presence of God, the peace that surpasses all understanding. I'm learning, and this is what he's telling me, is that I'm not a victim. I can be a victim, but I'm not. I'm very powerful, and I am in charge of the life that I'm living, that I'm choosing to live. As long as I am aware of the enemy, aware of the things that God has given me, the ability to activate peace, joy, love, the ability to know the truth from the lie, regardless of what's going on in my life, I can still experience peace and happiness. So try this out. If you're having a bad day or if you're sad, activate the peace. Stay encouraged.